Welcome to Cadeau and Janko Wednesdays at Lunch Burger Edition. This week, Matthew and I went to Vladimir Poutine on de la Montagne, just south of St. Catherine. Matthew, have you ever heard of Vladimir Poutine before going there today?
Nope. Other than you talking about it, I have not ever heard of this place. And it's very close to everything in the city.
Yeah, I suppose so. It's a couple blocks from the Bell Center. It's pretty much in the heart of the downtown core of Montreal.
It looks nice from the outside.
From the outside.
That's all I'd know.
Yeah. So we'll get into that in a second.
Sure.
We'll preface. This place opened maybe a month ago. It hasn't been open very long, maybe a month and a half.
Oh, only a month ago.
Yeah, so it's only been open a little while. It opened this summer.
Oh, okay.
And opened by famed Montreal DJ, MC Mario.
That's the DJ you were talking about.
MC Mario.
You had
MC
promised
Mario,
me a DJ.
MC Mario, I feel like, is best known for his master mixes.
Yeah.
His summer hits compilations.
Mm-hmm.
And his appearances on Mix 96, then Virgin Radio, where overnight he would sort of be the overnight DJ, and instead of having a DJ in studio, they would just play whatever MC Mario was spinning at the clubs.
Yeah. Where were we, like Moombas?
I don't know. He was in different places. Sky?
Oh,
Maybe?
That was a place for a while. I don't know if that still exists.
I honestly, Jet Nightclub?
Jet, yeah. I don't know what MC Mario is doing now. He's probably still mixing.
He's
still
probably
mixing, still mastering.
He's still the master mixer.
Yeah.
MC Mario.
I hope. And also making restaurants.
And restaurateur. So I read an article, I think was in the Montreal Gazette, about, it was an interview with MC Mario about the opening of Vladimir Poutine.
Okay.
And it was about basically how his wife was so annoyed with him because he was always thinking about what to name the restaurant, and then like woke up in the middle of the night screaming Vladimir Poutine. And he just thought, oh, that was the best idea. He just thought it was a genius idea, and went forward with a restaurant from there. It was
So his great idea was just a pun?
Yeah.
He woke up in the middle of the night like a stroke of genius had hit him. Why wouldn't he just call it MC Mario's? Name recognition. That's in Montreal?
That is a good point. Well, I guess if you're a tourist, though, MC Mario doesn't mean anything. You might think it's pizza.
Sure. Okay.
Or some kind of Italian food.
Yeah. I mean, there's I do like puns as names of places, and Vladimir Poutine's is pretty good.
What's another example of a good pun for a name of a place?
I'm wondering if this is even a pun, but I guess it only works in French, but there's that Vietnamese cuisine, and it's called Viet Nam.
Oh.
But it's V with the ampersand.
Et non?
Yeah. So it's the ampersand, though. You have to say it in French for it to make sense. Otherwise, it's just Vietnam.
That's interesting.
Vietnam.
I don't know if that's a pun, but I like it.
No, it's just another way to get the word across.
Yeah.
Using 3 words.
A little less concise.
Yeah.
So Matthew, before we get into the restaurant then, so you have no thoughts or previous knowledge of Vladimir Poutine.
No.
But what are your thoughts on MC Mario?
I have only admiration and love for MC Mario. He got me through a lot of sleepless nights. Yeah, at least up till 3 a.m.
Yeah, and then they switch over to like the morning shift at the radio station.
Yeah. I don't know what they would do because I feel like who was there between 3 and 5:30 in the morning?
There was an early morning DJ,
but he only did 2.5 hours.
Yeah, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if they were the person in studio during the whole mix down, master mix, whatever it was called.
Yeah.
And their job was basically just to put on the commercials at the right time.
Probably. And he just
like do traffic and weather at the top of the hour and then like switch back.
Yeah. He had to prep all of his Counting Crows and soft Matchbox 20 songs.
Yeah.
The only songs they would play in the morning.
Exactly.
Between 3 and 5:30 in the morning.
It can't be too hard. It can't be too poppy. Let's keep it pretty low key here.
Yeah.
Some people who've fallen asleep in the middle of the night listening to the master mix, they don't want to be woken up by some like Nickelback at 4 a.m.
Who's falling asleep listening to the master mix?
All the time, me. When I was in high school, I would just leave the radio on, and then it'd be after midnight, and I'd lose interest because MC Mario's on. I'd fall asleep because it's boring.
Yeah, but
monotonous beats at a very low volume.
But don't you think the sudden change of tone would be the thing that wakes you up at 3 a.m? I think you need to start off your shift with a bunch of air horns, and then gradually you lower the amount of air horns per minute.
Well, not really, because MC Mario is really catering to the club that he is present at, and secondary is the radio broadcast, no? I guess. It's the opposite at the club, because they're getting more drunk, they're more hyped up, and they're dancing more as you get later, and then it probably hits its peak around like 1:30 or 2:30, and then people are like too drunk and start filing out, and the energy gets back down a little bit.
Okay. Eventually, MC Mario just goes home, and then they just start playing they're playing on Mix 96.
Exactly. Well, no, I don't think they're playing anything.
They're
kicking
just
everyone out of the club.
Just a circle.
It's an endless circle of MC Mario, and then back to Top 40 radio.
Yeah,
and more MC Mario.
Oh man. MC Mario is one of those people I never really thought of as a real person or someone who was very tangible. But I guess he's very local.
He's a larger than life figure.
Yeah.
To you.
And he's only around for a few minutes every night, and then on Saturdays that's when he reigns supreme.
Well, doesn't he do like most weeknights as well?
Well, weeknights 9 to 9:15. He had a very small shift.
Yes, that's right. He had, I guess that was the Master Mix?
Yeah.
And he'd have a little 15-minute DJ set that he'd probably like send to the radio station on a CD.
Yeah, but for 15 minutes he brought it. He brought the master stuff.
Yeah.
It was shorter songs, I guess, but you got a good taste for what you were going to get.
MC Mario stands for Master of Ceremonies Mario.
That's just, I guess it is. Is that his real name, Mario?
Heck if I know.
I don't know too much about him. I learned
He's not really an MC either. An MC is usually the rapper. He's just DJ Mario.
He raps a little bit. MC Mario. He's not very good at it.
No, that's not even
just says his name.
Yeah.
You don't have to rhyme to rap.
That's true.
Were there any other radio personalities that really got you as excited as MC Mario did?
Yes.
I guess. Like who?
Most of that late 90s, early 2000s Mix 96 crew was pretty good.
Did you pumped though? I mean, other than Danger Boy, I can't imagine anybody getting me pumped.
Oh, I got pretty pumped for Andre and Nat in the morning.
Yeah, but they're so quiet.
They were pretty fun and energetic for a morning radio show.
For sure they were. I don't want to say they were quiet, but they had to be a little toned down just because it's the morning.
Well, it depends on what time. If it's 9 o'clock, they're in the middle of their shift, I guess.
Yeah, that was
they're doing sketches of their own version of 90210.
Oh, Westmount H3Z2Y4.
There you go.
With John Moore.
Yeah,
that was a good time.
The venerable John Moore.
Yeah, they had the joke translator.
Oh yeah, this is funny because.
Yeah, and I never knew why it was funny, and then his explanation was only funny because of his voice.
Yeah, and it was sort of like an obtuse explanation all the time.
Yeah, I guess that was
the joke.
I didn't get it back then.
Yeah.
Back then, I'm only listening to hear if my school's going to be closed or not.
Yeah, that's it. The snow day. All right, so back to Vladimir Poutine, the restaurant. Mm-hmm. We arrived there today and asked to be seated inside because I've seen some photos of the interior of the restaurant, and it looks gorgeous. Unfortunately, we weren't able to go inside today. I asked the hostess as we walked off the sidewalk and to the entrance they have sort of like a front courtyard area, terrace sort of thing, outdoor bar. And the hostess told us, we try to seat everyone outside because we don't really have waiters inside.
Well,
and I thought that was a very strange approach for a restaurant.
Yeah.
Not having waiters in the restaurant.
I mean, waiters are in your employ. Just tell them to go inside.
That's what I was thinking. And then, we sat at our table. It was sort of a high outdoor table.
She asked if that would be okay, too.
Yeah.
Because she didn't really sell the outside to me. I mean, if you're going to make me sit outside, at least sell me the outside. Don't make me and then tell me, well, I hope it's okay.
Well, it was really weird because basically it was like, well, I'm not going to seat you outside, and there's only one seat for you here. So
I'm not going to seat you inside.
There. I'm not going to seat you inside, and there's only one seat for you out here. So that's where you're going to sit.
Yeah.
Or you can go yourself, I guess.
Exactly. So, on a high chair.
Yeah, the high chair doesn't bother me.
I don't like high chairs. Then it's a high chair on AstroTurf.
Yeah.
On uneven AstroTurf. Like, I sat down and I was like, well,
Were you wobbly?
I was very wobbly, and I'm right beside the street. I don't like that. I don't
well,
like
you weren't going to like
passerbys.
tumble into the road. Like, there was a sidewalk and a fence
There
between
was a
us
fence,
and the
but
road.
I mean, I put my stuff on the table. There's grubby, little grabby hands trying to reach in and grab all my
right
stuff.
through the fence. It's true.
Yeah.
So the only option for a seat for two that was available was what we got, I guess, because they can't go inside of the restaurant. Really strange. And we sat down. We were greeted by our server, and maybe it's my prejudices. No, definitely it's my prejudices. But we were off to a bad start.
Why was that?
Because he was a Parisian Frenchman with all of the snootiness that comes with it of a Parisian waiter. Exactly like, well, aside from his look, you'd think he'd have that sort of clean-cut Frenchman look waiter with maybe an apron or something, like a really clean waiter.
Tuxedo?
Something like a tuxedo with tails.
Oh yeah,
and maybe like
a morning suit,
like a nice cloth hanging over his forearm.
Yeah,
but no, he was just a scruffy, bearded Parisian Frenchman with like a slick haircut and a t-shirt. And honestly, I think I'm a bit of a sneaker snob. He had some goofy ass kicks on.
His snootiness was definitely more unwarranted than usual.
Yeah,
with
especially
Parisian waiters.
And maybe that's the issue, that the wait staff is such a bunch of snooty Frenchmen that they refuse to go indoors or something because they need to constantly be smoking cigarettes, as the French do. So I don't know. During our visit there, we were greeted by our server. I said I'd like a beer, and then started looking at the list of only a few beers.
Yeah.
Even that was kind of mixed up because they had Molson, but not the different brews of Molson products that they had listed. It just said Molson. Okay. And it was listed in two different spots under different price points on the menu, so I was quite confused. And so I looked at the list for a moment, and he said, "You know what? I'll be back. You look at that." I thought, it's going to take me a second, really. You don't have like 5 beers listed here. This isn't going to take forever. And even when he got back, I had to ask, "What kind of Molson is it?" "Oh, we have Molson X." And it sounded like the list was going to go on, and he didn't. I was like, okay, I guess I'll get that then. A pint of that. We were off to a bad start. During our service, after we had ordered, well, I guess we'll get into that. We ordered.
Before we ordered.
What was the issue before?
Didn't another waiter come to take our order?
Yeah, okay. Good point. So, I ordered my beer.
Parisian.
He walks away. Another Parisian, even uglier.
Even snootier. Probably not snootier.
He was maybe less snooty. No, he was definitely less snooty because the other one came out and snooted him away.
That's true. How were his shoes?
His shoes were better, but his face was much worse.
It's a trade-up. Okay.
And so, he came over and was like, "How are we doing today?" And then the other one was like, "It's all right. I've already got them. Like get off my turf there, buddy.
Get off my AstroTurf."
Yeah. And he apologized and hurried off. And then I'm start thinking to myself, like, is the entire staff except the hostess like Parisian French people? Because I don't care for that.
Yeah.
But maybe that's just me. I don't know if that's even fancier if like American tourists come to town. Now there's an extra issue with this restaurant.
Yeah.
It's very confusing because it seems to be located in Le Cinq, which is spelled to CIN5, but the 5 has a little tail, so it's kind of a Q and a 5.
Yeah, it's a weird. I understand it.
Regardless,
visually,
I looked up
I understand
Le Cinq's website.
Yeah,
and from what I can garner, because